Have you ever thought that what's on your plate might be the real culprit behind blurry eyesight and constant glasses upgrades? Today, we're diving into Dr. Barbara O'Neill's expert advice to uncover which foods are sabotaging your eye health, and what you can do to protect your vision. As we age, taking care of our eyesight becomes a priority, but few of us connect vision problems to our diets. Sounds surprising, right? We're often quick to blame aging alone, but Dr. Barbara O'Neill challenges this idea. She reveals that, while age does play a role in eye health, certain foods we consume over the years have an even bigger impact than we might imagine. Some of these can actually worsen or even cause issues like cataracts, glaucoma, and macular degeneration, the biggest threats to vision. For example, did you know that over 2 billion people around the world are affected by vision problems? And it's not just young folks glued to screens but also adults and seniors. The World Health Organization backs this up, showing that our diet is one of the main culprits behind eye issues in adults. So, if you thought your vision was simply fading due to age, it's time to think again. What you eat may be the real offender. But what are these foods that wreak havoc on our eyes? They're not always obvious. The typical Western diet, high in processed foods and sugar, is a known factor behind many health issues, including poor eye health. Studies even show that people who eat high sugar and processed foods regularly have a greater risk of developing serious eye diseases. And it's not just occasional treats, it's the day in, day out exposure to these foods that slowly chips away at your vision over the years. The effects are gradual, often sneaking up without us noticing. Now, we might think that wearing glasses or contacts can simply fix these issues, but according to Dr. O'Neill, that's not enough. Glasses might correct our sight temporarily, but they don't address the underlying health of our eyes. And here's the thing, the cells in our eyes need proper nutrients to stay healthy. Without that, even the best prescription lenses can't stop your eyesight from worsening. So, the real solution starts not with new glasses, but with a closer look at our plates. Curious to know what foods might be damaging your vision? Let's jump into the first one, and it's a shocker, something many of us consume daily without a second thought. Sugar, that sweet little treat we can't seem to resist, is actually one of the biggest enemies of our eyes. Surprised? Let's think about it. How often do we indulge in sodas, candies, desserts, or even that extra spoonful in our coffee? The truth is, many of us consume much more sugar than we realize, and the impact on our eyes can be significant. But how exactly does sugar harm your vision? The answer lies in how it affects your blood vessels. High blood sugar levels, especially when sustained over time, lead to inflammation and damage to the tiny blood vessels in our eyes. This condition is known as diabetic retinopathy, and it's a leading cause of vision loss among adults. But here's the catch, you don't have to be diabetic to experience the harmful effects of too much sugar on your eyes. And that's not all. Dr. O'Neill explains that a diet high in refined sugars can speed up the formation of cataracts, which cloud the lens of the eye, making it harder to see clearly. Cataracts are often associated with aging, but excessive sugar intake can accelerate their development. So, if your vision has been getting foggy, it might not just be age, it could be that dessert habit sneaking up on you. Sugar also contributes to oxidative stress, a process that damages the cells in our eyes, including the retina, which is crucial for clear vision. When we eat a lot of sugar, our bodies create more harmful free radicals, which attack healthy eye cells and lead to deterioration over time. The result? Conditions like age-related macular degeneration, AMD, a serious disease that can rob you of central vision, making everyday tasks like reading and recognizing faces a challenge. So, is it time to cut back on sweets for the sake of your eyes? Absolutely. But here's a tip, if you're craving something sweet, reach for natural sugars found in fruits instead. Unlike refined sugars, fruit contains fiber and essential vitamins that actually support eye health. Small changes like these can have a big impact in the long run. Now, let's talk about another common food group that can sabotage your eyesight, refined carbohydrates. Think white bread, pasta, and pastries. Delicious, right? But these foods break down quickly into sugars in your body, causing spikes in blood sugar levels similar to eating candy. And, as we just learned, high blood sugar levels spell trouble for your eyes. Refined carbs are especially problematic because they lack the fiber found in whole grains, which help stabilize blood sugar. When we consume too many refined carbs, our bodies work overtime to manage the resulting sugar rush, which can ultimately lead to damage in the delicate blood vessels of our eyes. Dr. O'Neill points out that this blood vessel damage is a major contributor to vision problems and can even lead to complete vision loss in severe cases. Additionally, research has shown that diets high in refined carbs can lead to increased levels of insulin and inflammation in the body, both of which are linked to macular degeneration. So, if you're regularly eating foods like white bread and pasta, you could be unknowingly putting your eyesight at risk. It's a bit unsettling, isn't it? And refined carbs don't just harm your eyesight directly, they can lead to weight gain, which is also associated with eye issues. Extra weight can increase the pressure in your eyes, heightening the risk of glaucoma, a condition that damages the optic nerve and leads to vision loss. So, those seemingly harmless sandwiches and pastries could be affecting more than just your waistline. To protect your vision, consider swapping out refined carbs for whole grains like oats, quinoa, and brown rice. Whole grains digest more slowly, keeping blood sugar levels stable and reducing the risk of damage to your eyes. Remember, even small dietary changes can help safeguard your eyesight for years to come. This is the Dr. Vitality channel. If you're finding this helpful, hit the like button and subscribe to stay informed about simple steps to keep your health at its best. Caffeine, most of us rely on it to start our day, and a warm cup of coffee feels like a comforting ritual. But did you know that too much caffeine could be silently wearing down your vision? This may come as a surprise, especially since caffeine does have some benefits in moderation. However, as Dr. O'Neill explains, when consumed in excess, caffeine can negatively impact eye health. So, if you're someone who enjoys several cups a day, it might be time to rethink that habit. One of the biggest issues with excessive caffeine is its effect on blood pressure and, by extension, the tiny blood vessels in our eyes. High caffeine intake can cause a temporary spike in blood pressure, which increases pressure in the eyes, especially in those predisposed to eye conditions like glaucoma. Glaucoma is a serious eye disease that damages the optic nerve, leading to gradual vision loss. In fact, some studies have shown that heavy caffeine consumers are at a higher risk of developing glaucoma, quite a high price for that energy boost. Caffeine also acts as a diuretic, meaning it can lead to dehydration if consumed in large amounts. Dehydration affects every part of the body, including the eyes, which rely on adequate hydration to function properly. When our eyes are dehydrated, they're more prone to dryness, irritation, and even blurry vision. It's that dry, scratchy feeling you might notice after your third or fourth cup of coffee in a row. Not exactly pleasant, right? Moreover, caffeine can lead to poor circulation within the eyes, which affects oxygen supply. The eyes need a steady flow of oxygen to maintain clear, healthy vision. Reduced oxygen levels can lead to eye strain and fatigue, making it harder to focus on close-up tasks like reading or working on the computer. Over time, this kind of strain can take a toll, especially if we're not giving our eyes the rest and care they need. So, should you give up caffeine altogether? Not necessarily. Dr. O'Neill suggests that limiting yourself to 1 or 2 cups of coffee or tea a day is perfectly fine. In fact, small amounts of caffeine may even support mental alertness without causing harm to your eyes. But if you find yourself reaching for coffee or caffeinated drinks throughout the day, consider substituting with herbal teas or water to keep your caffeine intake in check. And for those who rely on caffeine for an energy boost, it might be worth exploring natural ways to increase your energy, like staying hydrated, eating nutrient-rich foods, and getting enough sleep. These habits not only benefit your energy levels but also help keep your eyes healthy and resilient. Before we move on, I have a special invitation for you. Imagine having in your hands an exclusive ebook with 100 healthy recipes, all focused on strengthening different organs in your body, including your eyes. Want to know more? The link to get the ebook is in the pinned comment below. A glass of wine with dinner or a beer on the weekend might seem harmless. After all, isn't moderate drinking safe? While it's true that occasional alcohol won't wreck your health, Dr. O'Neill points out that even moderate alcohol consumption can affect eye health in ways many of us don't realize. So, if you've been enjoying a nightly drink, you might want to take a closer look at what alcohol can do to your vision. Alcohol affects the liver, which plays a crucial role in the body's detoxification process. When the liver is overworked due to frequent alcohol consumption, toxins accumulate, including those that can harm the eyes. This can lead to a buildup of harmful substances in the body, causing oxidative stress. Studies show that oxidative stress can damage eye tissues, leading to conditions like cataracts and even age-related macular degeneration. So, while a drink or two might feel relaxing, it's taxing on your body in ways you might not see immediately. Have you ever noticed that after a few drinks, your vision becomes a little blurry? Alcohol dehydrates the body, including the eyes, causing that characteristic dryness and itchiness after a night out. Chronic dehydration from regular alcohol consumption can leave the eyes consistently dry and irritated, increasing the risk of developing more serious issues down the road. And then there's the increased pressure on the eyes. Much like caffeine, alcohol can raise blood pressure, which in turn raises eye pressure. For those with a family history of glaucoma or other eye conditions, this extra pressure can be especially risky. Some research even suggests that regular alcohol intake can speed up the progression of these conditions, leading to irreversible vision loss over time. Another little-known effect of alcohol on eye health is its impact on vitamin absorption. Alcohol interferes with the body's ability to absorb certain nutrients, including vitamin A, which is vital for night vision and overall eye health. Without sufficient vitamin A, the retina can deteriorate, resulting in a gradual loss of vision, particularly in low-light conditions. So, that nightcap might just be compromising your ability to see well at night. Now, does this mean you can't enjoy a drink? Not necessarily. The key is moderation. Dr. O'Neill suggests keeping whole consumption to a minimum and making sure to balance it with nutrient-rich foods that support eye health. And, of course, always stay hydrated. If you do choose to drink, a glass of water between each drink can go a long way in reducing the dehydrating effects on your eyes. Taking control of your eye health might be simpler than you think. It's all about making smart choices with the foods and drinks you consume every day. By reducing your intake of sugar, refined carbs, caffeine, and alcohol, you can make a big difference in protecting your vision as you age. So, next time you reach for that extra dessert or drink, remember your eyes and make the choice that's best for them. I'm leaving another video here for you to watch. It'll give you more essential tips on boosting your health naturally. I'm Dr. Vitality, and remember, health comes first.